Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed.
Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian. We're back for more Cloak and Dagger. Last episode, Tanny and Tyrone met up again at the very end. After Tanny was able to get her hope back because Dell, she had gotten her hope back, and it was after she found out that Leah and them were lying to her about her family. Her mom not looking for her, not wanting her. Tanny was able to access her powers again and fight all those idiots that were there. Tyrone showed up and he fought, I forgot the guy's name, but the big guy took him out. Really cool scene. Then they fought along the corridor and they ran into each other. But then Tyrone kind of went all wispy and basically, I don't know, passed out, but he fell into Tanny's arms, and then they wound up teleporting back to the church that Tyrone's been hiding out at. Don't know what's wrong with Tyrone exactly. I think it may be just because he's used too much of his ability. I'm not, because I mean we've seen that if he uses it too much, or like if he teleports with two people too often, or more than one person too often, it like really wears on him. So maybe it's that. Maybe he just uses his powers too much. I'm not sure. And then Andre went up against Evita's aunt. I don't know. Is she dead? Because after I was editing, I saw that the record said heartbeat. So was that her actual heartbeat? Like, was that literally affecting? Like, did he actually stop her heartbeat? Is she dead? That really sucks, dude. I liked her. I was hoping that she could, like, with more of her connection to the way of eating, how pushed her, like last season she pushed Tandy out of her mind. I was thinking that she'd have more power over Andre, but so now he's going after whatever that'll make him a god or a Loa essentially. So that's gonna be great. We have to deal with that after we deal with Tyrone's whatever's going on with him. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So we're gonna jump into this next episode.
It's like the war won't ever stop.
You're not Andre.
Who might you be?
Who are you? Oh, how? Whoa!
Feel like I'm racing against the clock.
I kind of like the makeup. Very subtle. Well, not subtle.
So evaluating the hookers right now, but they're too freaked out to talk.
Victims. They're victims.
Yeah, of course they are.
The owner of this motel, have we picked him up yet?
Yeah, in here an hour ago.
Auntie, you up yet?
She's gonna be up for a while.
What happened?
I don't know.
Papa mystery guy.
Papa Legba?
Yes, him. And when I went inside Ty, all of this, it looked
Loa?
like this.
Papa Legba is a Loa.
Yeah,
Guardian of
okay.
the Crossroads. And Auntie's husband.
Say what now?
Auntie's a mambo. Part of that means marrying a Loa.
You're jumping into that?
He would do it for me.
Okay,
Oh man.
let's go.
Oh my god. Ugh. Heights. And that jumping into a solid floor. Or you're thinking. Well, there's that though. And Vita's not gonna get sucked into this? Oh.
You refuse to pay the fee that I demand?
This fee?
And poof, you're there. Yeah, it's weird. Told you. Now you're at the mall. Uh-oh. She's gonna run to her split self.
Samdi, how is that over the dead?
Cool.
No, Ty, he isn't dead.
Close enough. He made his payment.
Payment? Well, what did he give you?
His worries.
His worries?
What if I play you for him?
Tell you what, you play his game, And if you can convince them to leave, I'll let you both go.
I need more.
No. No, I can't go through that again.
I just need enough to get us someplace safe.
Ooh, that is a bummer, huh? Look at your precious record room. Parasite, yeah? About right.
Give me the sight to see what's ahead.
No,
What?
it can't be.
Tell me! I can't read those things. Shells. Can't read shells. What?
Auntie.
Oh. Oh no. Player 2. Click the player 2 button. Join
I
him.
can beat this. I'm gonna need your help.
Man, I miss those games. I haven't played them in a while, that's all. I mean, they're around. Oh, whoa. That's supposed to be like Thai?
Radioactive heroin?
Wait, stop ruining it.
Is that the comic version?
None of this even makes any sense!
That's the point. It doesn't have to. There's no gangland ecosystems, no street wars, no moral gray area, no consequences. We fight, and we win.
Is she coming? Yeah, there she is.
Auntie, thank goodness you came. You got all my messages.
Oh, she's in all white. God!
Now, child, don't be foolish. I know you got my message in the shells.
I thought I read them wrong.
Don't cry. It's my time to dance with the ancestors. You'll see.
No, I'm supposed to.
You were born with the sight. They chose you to be a voice, to guide people. Nothing else matters.
Don't I have a choice?
You have all the choices, child. You always have. But only one will save your man.
And I'd have to.
Mary, Aloa, one with dominion over the dead and dying.
What?
You're really good at this.
Damn right. You know, I was never much of a gamer, but I'm starting to think I missed my calling.
There's always time. And this soundtrack for this show is just so freaking good. Ah!
You just keep coming. I don't want to do this. I can't do this.
Last time you were alone, but this time I'm not leaving you. Okay? We're gonna fight, and we're gonna win.
Bullocks.
How many more rooms do we have to go through?
Just one.
Yep, and he's right
It's
there.
boss level. All right, Tandy. Let's kill him.
I'll have to look him up later. No! Tandy, don't leave him!
Tandy?
Your perspective is warped. You only see the bad and come at it. The problem is, right now, I think the world might need someone like you more than it needs someone like me. I'm not gonna be able to catch him without you.
Join back together. Yo, better as one.
I'm not gonna be put in a box just to be brought out whenever we have road rage or another dead boyfriend. I want to put you in a box.
Oh, that's cool. What does that mean? What does that mean? Riley didn't like give herself over, did she?
Look, I'm tired of losing, Tandy. I'm tired of working our asses off just to tie.
For the rest of my days, I am yours.
What about your mom? What about Evita? What about me? Why did you come to that motel and try and save me?
Because I couldn't imagine my life without you.
I did.
Messed with my head, too. Made me feel like you never cared about me, like it was all just an act.
You know, maybe you're right. Maybe it is better to ignore everything. All I know is I'd rather fight 100 times with you than 1 time without you.
To have and to hold.
So if you're staying here,
In sickness and in health.
so am I.
Hey, what is that?
A wedding bouquet. And you, my boy, are the bride price. A life for a life. The bouquet for the cloak.
But I don't understand.
Time for you two to scat and take your friends with you. The missus like a clean house.
All he wanted was forgiveness.
Mrs. Johnson? What did you do?
No, come on.
Of course.
Come on, don't do this.
Mom?
Oh no.
We're gonna get him. You know that?
So did her mom, did she just relapse? Is that what that was about? Is it because Tandy went missing and that like she went really worried and stuff? Or because of what Tandy said beforehand, like before she left? Like what she said to her mom about the dating, like who she dates, and then also the bit about choosing to stay with someone causing you pain or something like that. Is that what it was? Is that what? I wasn't sure. Like it was. I was worried that someone had killed her, made it look like she overdosed, but I don't think that's what it was. So did something happen to Tandy over there? Like did they rape her? I don't. Because whenever O'Reilly showed up to the to the church, she asked if if Tandy was okay, and she said that she'd live. I mean, I know what she went through, even if she wasn't raped. Like what everything else she went through was traumatic, but I don't. Is that kind of insinuating otherwise, like that she was raped? Wait, what's the? I didn't quite catch what the the dude's name was. The priest, not the priest. Sorry, the Loa that resides over death. I didn't get his name. Is it Baron Samedi? Is that his name? Hold on. Let's use my trusted device here. That's at 6.8. What? How is the show at a 6.8 in total? That's such bullocks. Oh, that is him. Baron Samedi. Samedi. I don't know how you say his name. Okay, he's not who I thought it was, I don't think. I feel like I recognize this guy's face, though. The actor. I don't know who he is. What else has he been in? I'm trying to... He hasn't been anything I've seen. But, okay, so, I like the makeup. I thought it looked kind of creepy, especially in the beginning. Well, he looked kind of creepy every time he smiled, but it was a cool effect. Like just the simpleness of just face paint, and the makeup itself isn't simple because I mean that's not easy to do that kind of a makeup. That's not easy to do that design. I don't know. I always like that kind of look, and it was kind of like it wasn't like too much either. I just like the simpleness of it. And the top hat was a nice touch. But man, I feel so bad for Evita. I mean, I get like they need someone to protect, to watch over the city. And what is she now? She's the I forgot what it's called already. Mambo. That's what it's called, right? She's now the new Mambo now that her aunt's passed. God dang it, I'm so mad. That was so sad. I mean, Evita didn't even know. She had to find out by the shells. I mean, either way would have, like, I don't know which would have been worse, because she has stumbled upon the body. Like, that just confirmation right there, and just like the sudden hit. But at the same time, like, it's kind of a sudden hit, even though it's more like a, you know, she could have just read the shells incorrectly. So it was more like that's on the edge of your thought. So it's like, it's more the worry than the suspicion than a sudden confirmation gut punch to the gut. Like, cause she won't be, so she can't go to college or anything at all. I mean, it could have not been for her, but she would have at least had. I mean, she has the choice to choose which one, but I feel like she should have had more time. But sometimes choices like that happen, and that sucks though, dude. And she has to basically give up Ty. Granted, they're young. They're like what, 16? They're in high school, and their relationship was pretty new, and they had an 8 months separation, but they were still technically in the relationship. It just kind of sucks. You're basically forced to break up with someone, and then you have to marry at such a young age, even though they're not technically going to be there. So it's not like anything different, really. But I've probably, if you were to be with somebody else, then you kind of get separated from the Loa. So I guess apparently to be the Mambo, you have to go through, you know, marrying a Loa. I feel like Tyrone would have chosen to go with Tandy, but unfortunately, like, Evita kind of took that choice from him. So that's how they're gonna break up Tandy and Evita and Tyrone. Like, again, I really have enjoyed Tandy and Tyrone's relationship, and I've kind of been like sort of hoping they'd get together, but I also didn't want Evita and Tyrone to have like a falling out or something happen to Evita. But none of that really happened. Like, nothing bad necessarily. Like, she's not being killed, or there's not a fallout between her and Tyrone. But it's just like arranged marriages, man. God. And she was given the choice, but in a way she kind of wasn't. I mean, but she could have chosen not to do it and to kind of put Tyrone's life in danger. But with someone like Evita, not really much of a choice. Because I mean, if it was just affecting her life, then yeah. But putting Tyrone's life in jeopardy, or in the mix, I mean, obviously she's gonna choose to save Tyrone. She cares a lot about him. Dude, the freaking cops that were at the hotel in the first place, man. That's, oh my god. Like, freaking for real? How can you be that much of a douchebag? These women they go missing, and they don't want to be here. I hope Dell at least could tell them, like, you know, because she found out and she wanted to leave in the first place, so hopefully Dell can talk to them. It's like, yeah, you know, she found out, like, that Leah was lying to her, and she wanted to leave and go to her family, so hopefully she can tell these douchebag of cops, detectives, you know, what, they're the same thing, that, you know, yeah, they're victims. They didn't want to be here. They were lied to, and they made you think that, you know, they're not wanted. They're being held there. It's, I mean, kind of against their will. I mean, being lied to that they want, you know, they want somewhere to stay after that, after thinking that they don't have someone, or that nobody wants them. And then this place that, you know, Leah's Leah and Andre promising them a place to stay and being cared for. Like, what is your deal, Blue? Whenever when her auntie showed up, I didn't expect to get as emotional. Like it wasn't like tears falling, but I was pretty close. Like I was tearing up. I didn't expect that. Like I really liked her auntie's character. What was it, Chantel? Auntie Chantel. I really liked her character, but like we didn't see a whole lot of her, so I didn't expect to get. I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was also probably because I felt really bad for Evita. Like she obviously really loved her auntie, and just like having the realization that she's dead, that she's passed on. That's just that. I guess that might have been what kind of just brought me to it. It's just like, the scenes in like Moana when the grandmother passes away, and then she comes as like her spirit. It's just like those scenes always kind of get to me, man. It just reminds me so much of my Nana. So it's just like, especially Moana's grandmother's character really reminded me of mine. She's a lot like that character, my Nana. And kind of like, I guess, kind of a reason why I got attached to her auntie as well. I mean, they're kind of similar in that regard as well, just like their personalities. And they kind of have that snark. God, that's so infuriating. And now he's also found out about how, like, I think he's figured out how to open the door. Which is, we have 2 episodes to deal with this guy now. And O'Reilly's locked, like, they've joined back together, but it's like now she's kept, like, the original O'Reilly is like what's inside. They can't just be both there? I don't know. I don't feel about that. Can they change, like switch up? And one isn't like kept in the dark as in a box. I don't like. Because I know O'Reilly says I'm not gonna keep you in a box, but I just need you to listen every now and then. So like she just like speaks in Dark O'Reilly. Like this is a very different than it was before. Is it kind of like, I was thinking like, is it gonna be like a split personality thing? But I don't know if that's like the case exactly. It's kind of like, it's almost kind of like Firestorm in that sense. Like they have that the voice of Dr. Stein in his head. Whoever is Firestorm at the time. It's always going to be Dr. Stein. I'm pretty sure it's always Dr. Stein. That's the other half. But again, there are 2 episodes left. So maybe something else will come out of that. I don't know. I just hope it's not one kept in the dark and the other. Because I would feel bad if the more aggressive version of O'Reilly is locked away as well. Because they're kind of like separate beings now. Yeah, God, and the bit with the mom, man. There's just so much. Like Connors was one who was wanting to do right by the family and for everything else that he's done. It's that, and the fact that the mom got her hands dirty and that she committed murder that could put her away. That's gonna be a part of her for the rest of her life. God dang it! I was really hoping that it was more like she was planning on killing him, and then they cut away when they hear the gunshots. Like she didn't shoot once; she shot like twice. I think just twice. She might have shot more than twice, but still. I was hoping when they cut away, that's like made him think that she killed him. But it could also have been she planned to kill him, but then she shot beside him instead. God, nobody would have heard that gunshot. Those are 2 loud gunshots. That is not a quiet gun. I mean, they have neighbors. What makes it worse, I mean, what makes it more obvious that I'm pretty sure that she killed him. That's more like me being really, really hopeful that she didn't. But, I mean, she took the time to prep the bathroom, make sure nothing got on, no DNA, no blood splatter, anything got all over the bathroom. So it's, it would be clean. So, she basically had that set in her mind that she's gonna do it. I don't think there was really any turning back after that. I do kind of also feel bad for Connors. as bad of a person as he was. I mean, it doesn't like changing isn't like doesn't obviously get rid of what he's done in the past, but he's not a bad person now. Like he wants to do right. Like he's trying to give himself up, but you know, again, like that doesn't erase the stuff he's done. But yeah, the character changing him, I felt bad. I feel bad that he was just kind of killed. She has the evidence, I guess, to clear him, so she was able to do both. She was able to kill Connors and hopefully clear Tyrone. So I wonder if that's gonna happen next episode, and then the finale, we're gonna have to deal with Andre. I'm pretty sure he's probably a comic villain, and I don't know anything about him because the fact that they had the cloak and the symbol of him. So I'm assuming he's supposed to be somebody in the comics that they actually have to deal with. So I think after the season's over, I'll look him up. I don't really want to know about him right now. In case I run into anything spoiler related. But after I'm done with the season, there's only 2 episodes left, so I'll look into it afterwards. But yeah, chances are more likely we're dealing with him at the end of at the last episode, and then the next episode might be more about what's going on with Tyrone and clearing him and everything, and then we'll lead to at the end will probably be like him opening the door, and then we're gonna have to deal with him in the last episode. And I think Leah's dead. I don't know. I don't know if he killed her. I couldn't tell if that was like supposed to be a blood puddle from her head or something. But he just if not, he obviously just left her there. Which is kind of stupid because what if he needed more of her hope or whatever it is he takes before he can get to the door or whatever it is. Again, I just really like the way this show does things. This was a little bit more direct, but still, like it was like the when they were playing the game and then they're in the game. Like how this is kind of how Tyrone, he hates that he's every they keep getting they keep getting losses, and it's more like they're keeping their head above water with everything going on, like barely. And in this game, they can just fight and win. It was also really cool just kind of seeing the video game aspect of it. And then Tandy left, and I thought that maybe like Tyrone was gonna lose or die. He might have just pulled out of the game as well. But Andre now just brings her fear. That's another thing that makes me like. And when she broke down with O'Reilly and like their conversation in the beginning, and when she left. Because she was afraid of Andrea, like that. Did something happen to her? Did they do something to her? I thought it was just that they changed her, like Leah like stripped her of her clothes and put her into other clothes. I don't know. I'm really worried that they did something to her. We got O'Reilly burn down that hotel. They can't operate there anymore. They might look up for something else, but at least for the time being, they don't have another base of operation. It's kind of illegal though. I mean, O'Reilly's gotta be careful not to have left any kind of evidence. And that nobody else is in there. I think the hotel's all bad people too, but still, I mean, killing somebody could be bad for O'Reilly. Like legality-wise, she if they find out who it was, then she could be arrested. I'm also wondering if it was like whenever Andre was feeling that pain again, was it just because he needed another fix, or was it because of the fact that O'Reilly had broken all of his records and he what he had kind of left, like from those people? I don't know if that's how that works, but I'm just wondering if that's what was causing him his pain. Because then, I was hoping she could have destroyed all the records. But again, I don't know if destroying those records would affect the people that the records are about either. I don't know how that works. And the radioactive heroin, I feel like I recognize that. Is that how they originally got their powers? It's radioactive heroin? I feel like that was supposed to be a nod to the original comic lore. That sounds familiar. I think that is how they got their powers. I'm gonna look it up anyway. Oh, it's called the Dark Force Dimension. Okay, that's interesting. They do have a link. Okay, Tyrone and Tanya are supposed to have a link. Okay. Well, the purse thing. I know the purse thing was apparently part of the comics too. He was gonna steal her purse and then somebody else did it instead. Okay, yeah, that is it. That's interesting. That's kind of, I like that. I like that they kind of had a nod to that, like a bunch of it too. Like the purse thing too. I didn't think was part of it. That's kind of funny. I really need to read those comics. It's very interesting, and I don't know if knowing it would have been a little more payoff seeing that, but it's also just kind of. I mean, I did have an inkling of a thought that maybe it had something to do with it. So there's that at least. I feel really bad for the priest. Like he ends up acts like in his I'm assuming in a drunken state. He ends up killing a little girl, and later on in life, as a priest, he's trying to atone for what he had done, and then this happens to Tyrone. He feels like it's kind of his fault there too. You know, he failed to protect Tyrone, and so he just kind of falls from that. So, but hopefully, I mean, I know finding out, you know, what Tyrone's mom did. You know, he doesn't agree with that. But hopefully, this will at least pull him to get back into, you know, what he did before. You know, being a priest, and also in helping Tyrone, because, you know, again with the fact that he is a priest, you know, he doesn't have to convey how he got the evidence. So he has to be a priest for Tyrone to be clear. And he obviously cares and wants to protect Tyrone. So assumingly he's gonna take up the mantle of the priest again. But hopefully that'll kind of bring him back, give him a firmer foundation, and he won't stumble away afterwards, you know. So I just feel bad seeing him in that state. He just looks so lost, and like he's lost something, lost a part of himself. But another scene that got me with the aunt coming back was whenever the ancestors showed up for Evita's, basically her wedding, and then her, you know, seeing them like that. I don't know what it was, but like that scene, like even before showing her aunt. I mean, I kind of figured she was gonna show up, but even before she showed up, like for some reason that kind of had an emotional pull to it, and it kind of got me tearing up a bit almost. And then her aunt showed up, and then that really got me like pretty bad. It might not have shown, because I was trying not to tear up too much. Not that I'm ashamed. I just try not to do it too much to annoy people. I don't know. That scene was just like one that she came for her, you know, to be there for her niece, to see her through this transition that she's gonna have to go through. God, and also seeing that she was how proud of her that she was. I mean, it really sucks that she's dead, man. And the last thing I kind of just wanted to go over real quick was just I've mentioned it quite a few times before, but Tandy and Tyrone's relationship, like obviously seeing how we already know Tyrone or Tandy, well, that they both care about each other a lot. Obviously Tyrone went after Tandy to save her. Tyrone kind of being the person that she needs by her side to fight along. She can't really see herself fighting alone or without him. And whenever, you know, they came back in the opening, she, you know, when he was was Evita there yet? Oh, no, she had called Evita already, but I think they ended the call and she had laid her head on his chest. Just like moments like that, and then a part at the very end also, whenever she's breaking down, Tyrone shows up and you know, he consoles her, pulls her, like has her rest against him, telling her that we're gonna get him. It was just like a sweet. I mean, it was a sweet moment, but it was also just kind of like you feel the pain that Tanya's going through. I really, okay, if they confirm it later in the episode in the season, then I guess don't tell me. But if maybe I missed something that like it's supposed to confirm that yeah, they did do something to her, I guess let me know. But I mean, I don't want them to have done something to her, obviously, but I don't know if was it supposed to be made clear, or is it supposed to just insinuate, or is it supposed to be obvious? Like obviously insinuated that, you know, so they did something to her. But I hate that would happen to Tandy. God dang it. But just the fact that he's there for her, I don't know, that scene was like, as painful as it was also kind of endearing, just kind of seeing them together like that. I just think the show does it really well. I don't understand, when I was looking up who the Baron, I forgot his name again, seeing him, when I was trying to look up his face to see if that was the guy, that was the actual actor's name, seeing the rating of the show, it's like a 6.8, 6.9. Like, I don't like the season as a whole, not necessarily like the separate episodes, but like how it doesn't make sense. Like, I know 6.9, 8, whatever isn't a terrible rating, but it's just like I feel like the show definitely deserves much more than that. Is it just because there aren't that many people watching it? I don't know. That's very infuriating. Yeah. Now, next episode, we have the stuff with the evidence that the mom gave the priest. Hopefully we'll deal with that pretty soon. Like, we can clear Ty next episode, and then we can worry about Andre in the finale. We might deal with the consequences of him, finding out about how to the full seal maybe, and opening the door. Again, I think that might just be at the tail end of the episode. I'm not sure. Maybe it'll go throughout. Like, it'll cut back and forth. I wonder if Evita can tell Tyrone exactly what happened too, because she didn't. Like, whenever he reached for Evita's hand after he woke up, like, she kind of just pulls away and looks kind of down about it. And then when he tried to talk to her afterwards, when they were taking her auntie's body away, he tried to talk to her, and she just kind of looked away and walked away from him. Can she just not tell him? Maybe Tandy will. Maybe she'll figure it out, because Evita did tell Tandy and O'Reilly about the fact that when becoming a I forget what it's called, the Mambo, I think that's how you say it, they have to marry a Loa. I don't like seeing these kids getting hurt, man. I hope also that his mom isn't put away. And I hope that Tyrone kind of understands. As much as I wish he hadn't done it, I do hope that Tyrone understands. And I know he wanted to kill Connors before as well, but I don't know. I don't know how he's going to take it. But yeah, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Cloak and Dagger. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to just check out the rest of our stuff, be sure to hit the button right next to me. And if you want to see next week's episode early or have access to the full-length reactions, go ahead and check out our Patreon. Link will also be in the description down below. And if you want to be notified whenever our videos on here come out, make sure you hit the bell icon down below as well. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.